If you're listening right now, this one's especially for you.
That's right, especially if you've ever needed to ask for something in English and felt that little moment of, oh no, how do I say this?
Oh my gosh, that feeling. Don't worry, we have all been there. It is completely normal.
Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to you all. I'm James.
And I'm Amelia. We are so happy to have you here with us at Learning English Studio.
We really are. But before we dive into our topic for today, we have a tiny request. If you're enjoying our chats, please hit that subscribe button for Learning English Studio. And a like or a share helps more people find our community. It really means a lot to us.
It really, really does. It keeps us going and helps this show grow. Okay, James, I am so ready for today's topic. I think it's one of the most important skills we can talk about.
I agree completely. So, Amelia, what are we tackling today?
Today, we're going to master the art of asking for help in English. We're going to make it simple, we're going to make it polite, and we're going to make it something you feel confident doing every single day. Let's get started.
Yes, let's do it. This is such a great topic because, asking for help is a part of life for everyone. No matter what language you speak, we all need a little help sometimes.
That's so true. It's a universal human thing. But when you're learning a new language, it can feel extra challenging. You might worry about making a mistake or bothering someone or not being understood. It can make you feel a bit vulnerable.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's the biggest hurdle for many learners, that feeling of vulnerability. You feel like you're putting yourself out there. But here's a little secret, a simple truth. Most people are happy to help. They really are.
That's such an important point to start with. People are genuinely kind. When you ask for help politely, you're not bothering them. You're actually giving them a chance to be kind and helpful. It's a positive interaction.
Exactly. So let's break it down. Where do we even begin? What's the first thing someone needs to know about asking for help in English?
Well, I think the absolute foundation is politeness, and the magic words for politeness in English are please, thank you, and excuse me. These three little phrases are your best friends. They can make almost any request sound polite and respectful.
Oh, that's so true. Excuse me is the perfect way to get someone's attention without being rude. You can say it to a stranger on the street, to a shop assistant, to a teacher. It works everywhere. It's like a gentle tap on the shoulder.
I love that description, a gentle tap on the shoulder. And then, once you have their attention, you can use please with your request. It softens everything. Instead of where is the station, which can sound a bit demanding, you say where is the station, please? It's a world of difference.
And then, after they help you, you follow up with thank you. It completes the circle of politeness. It shows you appreciate their time and effort. So, excuse me, request, please, thank you. That's the basic winning formula.
That's the perfect framework. Let's try it in a real-life situation. Let's say I'm a tourist and I'm lost. I need to find the train station. James, you be a friendly local person on the street. I'll come up to you, okay?
Sounds like fun. I'm ready. I'll just be standing here, looking important.
Okay, here I go. Excuse me?
Yes? Hello, can I help you?
Yes, please. I'm a bit lost. Could you tell me how to get to the train station?
Oh, of course. It's not far at all. You just go straight down this road, take the second left, and you'll see the big sign. You can't miss it.
Oh, wonderful. Straight down, second left. Thank you so much for your help.
You're very welcome. Have a safe journey.
See, that was a perfect, polite, and successful interaction, and all the key phrases were there. Excuse me, please, thank you.
It really was. And notice how you also said, could you tell me? Using could or can is a really great way to make a question. It's softer than just saying, tell me. It's a request, not a demand.
That's a fantastic point. Modal verbs like can, could, would, and may are super useful for polite requests. Can you help me is good. Could you help me is a little more polite and formal. Would you mind helping me is even more polite.
Yes, it's like a scale of politeness. For a friend, you might say, can you open this for me? But for a stranger, Could you possibly open this for me, please? Sounds better. And would you mind is great for when you're asking for a bigger favor and you want to be extra considerate.
Would you mind is a great one. I remember when I was first learning, I was a bit confused by that one because the answer can be tricky. If someone says, "Would you mind closing the window?" and you're happy to do it, you should say, "No, not at all," which can feel a bit counterintuitive.
Oh, that's a classic. It's so true. You're saying, "No, I don't mind." If you do mind, you'd say, "Yes, I'm sorry, I do mind a little. It's a bit cold." It's a tricky little thing for learners, but once you get it, it's a very natural part of conversation.
It really is. So we have our polite starters, our polite question words. What comes next? What if the person doesn't understand you or you don't understand their answer? That's another moment where learners can panic a little.
Oh, for sure. That's the next level of asking for help, asking for clarification. If someone doesn't understand you, you can try rephrasing. You could say, "Let me say that in a different way," or you could try to use simpler words. But a really useful phrase is, "My English is still learning. Could you please speak a little more slowly?"
My English is still learning. I love that. It's a gentle and honest way to explain the situation. It manages expectations, and most people will be very patient with you. What about if you don't understand them?
That's so important. It's okay to not understand. The key is to have some phrases ready. You can say, "I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you say that again, please?" "I didn't catch that" is a very natural way to say I didn't hear or understand you.
I didn't catch that. That's a great one. Much better than just saying what, which can sometimes sound a bit blunt or rude. You could also say, "Could you repeat that, please?" Or, "I'm sorry, could you explain that in a simpler way?"
Exactly. And don't forget the power of nonverbal communication. A smile, a confused look, pointing at something, these all help. You can say, "I'm sorry, I don't understand this word," and point to the word in a book or on a sign. People are very visual.
That's so true. Communication is so much more than just words. Let's think about different situations where you might need help. We've done asking for directions. What about in a more academic or work setting, like asking a teacher or a colleague for help?
Ooh, good question. In a more formal setting, your language might be slightly more formal. Instead of, "I don't get it," you might say, "I'm not sure I understand this part." To a teacher, you could say, "Excuse me, Professor Smith, could you explain this concept again, please? I'm finding it a bit difficult."
I'm finding it a bit difficult. That's a great professional way to ask for help. It shows you're trying, but you need a little more guidance. It's not a complaint, it's a request for support.
Exactly. And in a work environment with a colleague, you could say something like, "Hi, James, do you have a moment? I'm a bit stuck on this report. Could you take a quick look and tell me what you think?" The phrase, "I'm a bit stuck," is perfect. It's honest and it invites collaboration.
I'm a bit stuck. I use that all the time. It's much better than struggling in silence. There's this idea that asking for help is a sign of weakness, but actually it's a sign of strength. It shows you're self-aware and you're focused on getting the job done right.
That's such a powerful insight, Amelia. It's a universal truth in any workplace or classroom. The people who succeed are not the ones who pretend to know everything. They're the ones who are smart enough to ask for help when they need it. It's about teamwork and learning.
I completely agree. Let's move on to another daily situation. What about asking for help in a shop? We talked about this a little in our shopping episode, but let's focus specifically on the asking for help part.
Okay, so you're in a big supermarket and you can't find the coffee. What do? You find a member of staff, make eye contact, smile, and say, "Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but could you tell me where the coffee is, please?"
I'm sorry to bother you. That's another lovely, polite phrase. It shows you're aware that they're busy. It's considerate.
It is. And what if you need help with something more complicated, like choosing a product? You could say, "Excuse me, I need some help, please. I'm looking for a gift for my friend. She likes reading. Could you recommend a good book?"
Could you recommend? That's a fantastic phrase for asking for an opinion or a suggestion. It shows you value their expertise. You could use that in so many places. Could you recommend a good restaurant around here? Or could you recommend a good sunscreen for my skin type?
Yes, it opens up a more detailed conversation, and it's a great way to practice your listening skills, because their answer will probably have lots of new vocabulary for you.
That's a great point. Every request for help is also an opportunity to learn. Let's think about a more personal situation. What if you need emotional support from a friend? How do you ask for that kind of help in English?
Ooh, that's a deep and important one. That's where your English needs to be more nuanced and heartfelt. With a close friend, you can be more direct. You could say, "Hey, are you free to talk later? I'm having a really tough day and I could use a friend." The phrase, "I could use a friend," is so gentle and beautiful.
Wow, I could use a friend. That's so powerful. It's not demanding, it's just honest. It's a beautiful expression of vulnerability and trust.
It really is. You could also say something like, "I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed lately. Would you mind if I talk to you about it?" Again, you're giving them an out. You're not putting them on the spot. You're asking for permission to share, which is very respectful.
That's so important in friendships, respecting each other's boundaries and emotional space. These phrases show a high level of emotional intelligence, which is amazing to be able to express in a second language.
It really is, and it shows that language isn't just about grammar and vocabulary. It's about connecting with people on a human level, whether you're asking for directions to the station or asking a friend for a shoulder to cry on. The goal is connection.
That's beautifully put, James. Connection. That's what it's all about. So let's recap some of the key phrases we've talked about today for our listeners. We have our magic starters. Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you.
Then we have our polite request forms, could you, would you mind, can you, all followed by please. And for recommendations, could you recommend?
And for when we don't understand, I didn't catch that. Could you repeat that, please? Could you explain that more simply? And the beautiful, honest one, my English is still learning.
And for more personal help, I'm feeling a bit stuck. I could use a friend. Would you mind if I talk to you about it?
What a fantastic list. And the truth is, you don't need to memorize all of them at once. Just pick one or two that feel useful for you right now and practice them. The next time you're in a shop, try to find an item by asking an assistant. The next time you're talking to a friend, try using "I'm feeling a bit stuck."
That's the best way to learn. In the real world, with real people. Every time you successfully ask for help, your confidence will grow. And every time someone helps you, it reinforces the idea that people are kind and willing to help.
It's a positive cycle. You ask for help, you receive it, you feel more confident, you're more likely to ask again. It's how we build a life in a new language.
And we should also talk about how to respond when someone asks us for help, because that's the other side of the coin, and it's just as important for being a good communicator.
Oh, that's a brilliant point. So if someone says, "Excuse me, could you help me?" what's a good response?
A simple positive response is best. Of course. Or, "Yes, I'd be happy to help." Or, "Sure, what do you need?" If you can't help, you can say it politely. "I'm so sorry I can't help right now, but maybe that person over there can." It's about being kind and helpful in return.
I'd be happy to help. That's such a warm and welcoming phrase. It makes the person asking feel comfortable and not like a burden.
Exactly. We're all in this together, aren't we? Sometimes we're the one asking, sometimes we're the one helping. That's just life.
It sure is. Well, I feel like we've covered this topic from every angle today, from the streets to the office to the heart. It's been a really, really helpful conversation.
It really has. I hope our listeners feel much more confident and prepared to ask for help when they need it. It's a skill that will serve you for your entire life.
Absolutely. And now it's that time again where we turn the microphone over to you, our wonderful community. We want to hear from you and get you practicing.
Yes, this is the fun part where you get to join in. We love reading your comments.
Okay, so here's our little challenge for you all today. We want you to think about a time you needed help or a time you might need help in the future. We're going to give you a prompt and we want you to write your response in the comments. Ready?
I'm ready. This is going to be good.
Great. Here is the situation. You're in a new city and you want to find a good place to eat lunch, but you don't have internet on your phone. You see a friendly-looking person at a bus stop. What would you say to them?
Ooh, a classic travel scenario. I love it. So everyone, get your thinking caps on. How would you ask this person for help? Try to use some of the polite phrases we talked about today, like "excuse me" and "could you."
Exactly. Write your question in the comments below. Don't worry about it being perfect, just try. For example, you could write something like, "Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm looking for a nice place for lunch. Could you recommend a good cafe around here?" That's just one example.
And for a bonus challenge, tell us what kind of food you'd be hoping to find. I'd love to find a place that has good pasta. It makes it more fun and personal.
What a great idea! So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to write your polite request for a lunch recommendation in the comments. We'll be reading them all, and it's just the best way to practice what you've learned.
It really is. And remember, every comment you write helps you feel more comfortable with the language. So be brave, give it a go, and let's see all your fantastic questions.
Thank you all so much for being here with us today. James, this was another incredibly helpful and inspiring conversation. Thank you.
It was my absolute pleasure, Amelia. I feel like we've given our listeners some real tools for their English toolbox today.
We definitely have. And thank you, our listeners, for your time and your attention. We love making this podcast for you. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and drop your lunch request in the comments below.
Keep practicing, keep asking, and keep connecting with people. You're all doing amazing.
Take care, everyone, and we will see you next time on Learning English Studio. Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.